Lo and behold, another video where we do quite a bit of reading. Now, I'm recording this audio on Thursday, September 14th. It is 3:52 p.m. I don't know when this video is going to go up. It might go up tomorrow, it might go up sometime on Saturday, depends on how all the other videos in the timeline schedule themselves out, but this is a pre-recorded video, so just in case there is a trade with this player that we're going to be talking about, you already know from the title, from the thumbnail, today we are talking about Tyler Myers. If there's a trade, I apologize, I did not know that that happened while I'm talking into this microphone, but either way, today we're going over Myers and the very interesting situation that the Canucks have on their hands when it comes to his contract. Now, before we go over the profile, let's talk about Myers just as a player. He's a big dude, right-handed defense, he stabilizes the back end with his poor defensive decision-making and his size, that in which he doesn't use too often, but when he does, you end up seeing a few really nice hits once in a while. When he really lays the body out and gets a guy like Duncan Keith, it causes the entire Canucks fanbase to erupt. Lo and behold, Tyler Myers is a guy who has not really used his size to his peak physical advantage, and in his own zone, he'll frequently do the old broom on the floor method where he just kind of lies down and hopes the puck hits him. It's very predictable, it's not good, but other than that, Myers has been a pretty okay player. Overpaid? Yes, absolutely. But the thing about Myers is that you could really tell when the team does not have him in the lineup, not just visually, because of course they're missing a big 6'7" behemoth of a man, but because Tyler Myers does have some sort of a calming presence on that back end that isn't really there when he's out of the lineup. You could see that many of the other AHL depth call-up options the Canucks have had fill in whenever Tyler Myers is out. They are not as stable and as fluid as Tyler Myers can be once in a while. Now sure, this doesn't change the fact that he's overpaid, but when it comes to that overpayment, he is making $6 million a year against the salary cap for an AAV. However, the interesting part about this 23-24 season is that Tyler Myers is making $5 million of that $6 million via signing bonuses. He'll only get paid $1 million throughout the year, and that $5 million was actually paid out earlier this week on Friday. Now, what exactly does this mean? Well, we had ourselves a Donnie and Dolly segment from Thursday, September 14th, so at the time of me recording this audio, this video is from today. And if you go over to the Canucks sub, there is a summary posted by Electric Nux as to what exactly it is that Dalibor says. Tomorrow, Tyler Myers will be paid his $5 million bonus by the Canucks. Donnie and Dolly talked about that and Tyler's future in Vancouver. Here's what Dalibor said. If there's a good offer, they'll move him. But the Canucks cannot afford to give up sweeteners. Don't expect him to be moved 30 seconds after his bonus is paid tomorrow. Dalibor thinks that after the bonus is paid, the Canucks won't have to attach sweeteners anymore. He also said that management and coaches probably want to see how he does at camp and how he plays under new coaches. They might want to work with him before trading him. Rick Dhaliwal reiterates at the end that Ethan Bear might come back. The Canucks are still among the teams interested in signing him in October and or November. Thomas Drance was also on the show today, saying he wouldn't be totally shocked if the Canucks moved him, but there are not many teams with $6 million in cap space. There are only 4. Drance thinks it's more logical to trade him around the deadline, and he also mentions his role. Myers played 90 minutes on the penalty kill. Second defenseman was Hughes with 60 under Tocchet and Foote, so the staff trusts him playing big minutes. So this is why I wanted to make this video now, rather than wait a little bit longer, because of course, Tyler Myers could get traded the minute I stop recording this audio before tomorrow comes and I have to end up vetoing this entire clip, but when it comes to the way Myers has been situated with this team, yes, his signing bonus is going to be paid on Friday, which means that if he gets traded, another team that's going to have to take on his salary, they're going to take on $6 million AAV against their cap, but they're only going to have to pay him $1 million of real money throughout the course of the year. That's not that bad for these NHL teams that are used to spending millions of dollars on players in the first place. But also, when it comes to the way Myers has been valued, how he's been utilized by this team, Drance noted it, he is an important guy. Most PK minutes out of all the defensemen, Rick Tocchet, the coaching staff here, they trust Tyler Myers, and the interesting part about this entire situation is that if the Canucks wanted to remain competitive, it's probably an easier bet to do that with Myers in the lineup than without. The right side was already pretty weak before Filip Hronek came in, And Myers adding on to that definitely makes it a tad better than if you had some AHL call-up guys trying to fill in those minutes. You also have yourselves the idea that says that Tyler Myers is in a contract year, so he might actually play better this upcoming season. There were some comment replies in the Reddit thread about this exact idea that you always see players play better in the final years of their deals. We saw this with the Louis Ericssons, we saw this with the Bo Horvats, we saw this with JT Miller. And so, when it comes to these guys, you're normally gonna see players actually take a big step up before becoming a free agent again. And that's not to say that Tyler Myers was holding back the entire time. I'm not going to go out there and make it seem like he's going to be a near 50-point defenseman like he was back in 2009, 2010 when he won the Calder, which you got to remember, Tyler Myers won the Calder as a near 50-point defenseman in his rookie year. Not going to say that that's possible, but there is a realm where Tyler Myers does play a tad better this upcoming season than he had in the past. Even in Winnipeg, when he was a main guy over there. Consistent 30-point guy before becoming a free agent, signing with Vancouver, and then admittedly having an okay points per game number, but essentially faltering in the way that he played the game, especially in his own zone. And so with all of these things in mind, how Tyler Myers plays under a new coaching staff that trusts him, how he plays under new systems, how he adapts to a full season's worth of play with Adam Foote, Sergei Gonchar, these are legendary defenders, hopefully going to be helping out the Canucks and hopefully helping out Tyler Myers. And the fact that this is an upcoming contract year for the guy, one may assume that it's not unreasonable to say that Tyler Myers is actually significantly better this upcoming season. Maybe he doesn't get 50 points, but maybe he stops completely pyloning in his own zone. Maybe he makes a little bit more smarter plays. Maybe he gets a bit more physical. Maybe he actually starts moving the puck in the offensive zone a tad better. Maybe he gets 25 points on the year. Who really knows? He was already on pace to do that twice with the Vancouver Canucks in his first few seasons here, but eventually faltered after that. Myers has definitely not been the $6 million AAV defenseman that Canucks fans hoped he would be. He's just a big right-handed dude that got paid because he's big and right-handed. But circumstances align for Myers to actually have a good year. And whether or not that results in a trade during the season, maybe even before the season, who knows? But the way this Canucks team is shaped up with its salary cap, with the defensemen on the squad, sure, you have some extra names that could come in and fill in minutes. Matt Irwin might not be a full 82-game guy. You could debate Carlsson, Soucy, Ian Cole, maybe some of the AHL guys come in here, like, I don't know, Cole McWard, Akito Hirose, if you want to give Jet Wu a shot, whatever. But Tyler Myers is a bit more safe than most of these other guys, I feel. So when it comes to this upcoming season, there's no reason why he cannot have a big role. Filip Hronek, we already made a video about him. He's going to get a bunch of points. He's hopefully going to be good. If Tyler Myers can be good too, then that would help out this top four Canucks D-core as well as the team just in general in a more tremendous way than we could have even imagined when Soucy and Cole and all them were signed in the offseason. Top four of Hughes, Hronek, Myers, and let's just say Cole. Or Soucy. Whoever you want to put up there. Say Jack Rathbone maybe. If he can earn the spot, then hey, I'll give him his props. But for now, Tyler Myers and his signing bonus is going to be paid tomorrow at the time of recording this audio. It's going to already have been paid by the time the video goes up. But does this result in an immediate trade? Does this result in the trade down the line? Does he get traded at the deadline for futures and picks at 50% salary retained? Because $3 million a year is not that bad for a guy that can provide the size that Myers does. I'm not going to say the grit. I'm not going to say the physicality because that only comes out once in a blue moon. But the size, the stability, the occasional nice slap shot that he's able to fire that misses the net and rebounds on the stick of the opposing player. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about Tyler Myers actually getting better this upcoming season? Do you think it's possible? Do you think he gets traded? What's the plan here for Mizey? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.